Today we are going to see functional units of computers. It is the most important part of computer architecture and organizations. What are the functions units of computers? Now, here we are going to see or discuss what are the different functional units of computer, where we have the input unit, output units, control unit, arithmetics and logic units. Now, one by one, we are going to see here. A computer consists of functionally independent main parts: input, memory, arithmetic and logic units, and output and control units. Here, diagrammatic representations show how the basic operations is performed with the help of input units, output units, memory, control units. Each and every device has its own functionality. Now consider one example, basic example: calculators. If you perform any operations in calculator, if you want to perform the additions of two number, how we perform? How we perform in that? It required two basic operations, or it required before of that it required the variables: variable a, variable b, and variable c. Variable a and b required to input the values. Variable c is required to display the output. Now this example we can perform with the help of these input devices. What are the basic inputs we require? A and b. It's accepted by input devices. Now it processed by arithmetic and logic unit with the help of memory, and it's coordinated by control units. And again, what are the outputs we have? It is displayed on the output devices. You can see here output devices. Now first step is take the inputs from any devices. What is the functions of input devices? Input devices take the high level language and convert into the machine level or machine understandable format and give it to the memory devices. Here we have the memory intermediate. Now the data is fetched by ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, by the memory, process it, and again what are the output we have? It is displayed on output devices. The basic functions of control unit to maintain the overall coordinations between input devices, output devices, ALU and memory. Memory is very important part or devices. Now here we can say what is the input devices. Input devices accept decoded information as a source program, that is called as a high level language. We know that what are the input we have, it is consist of the high level language that is called as a human readable language. This stored in the memory intermediately used to process to perform the desired operations. Now the program is stored in memory determine the processing step. Basically computer convert the source program into object program, and that is called as a machine language, and finally results are sent to the output devices through output devices. All this action is coordinated by our control units. What are the control units? Here we have. Now what is the input units? The source program is high level language program, coded information. Simply data is fed to the computer input devices with the help of keyboard. Now whenever key is pressed, one corresponding word or number is translated into equivalent binary code that is understandable to the machine language and fed either to memory or processor, and again processed by the arithmetic and logic unit, and with the help that memory is send the data to the arithmetic and logic units to process it. The input devices are joystick, trackball, mouse, scanner. These all are the input devices. Now what indicate a memory? It is a functional units store the what are the data collected from the input devices and send it to the arithmetic and logic unit. It has two most important part, that is called as a primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is used to process the data, and the secondary memory where we can store that data. That is the two most important part of memory units: primary memory and secondary memory. What is the basics arithmetic and logic units. The arithmetics and logic units to perform the additions of numbers, subtractions number. That means what are the different types of arithmetic and logical operations we have, we can perform with the help of arithmetic and logic unit. What are the according to instructions we have? We can perform with a sequence. What are the sequence we have? And basically output devices. Output devices is used to store the data on output devices. What are the output devices? We have the printer, speaker, monitor. Now we are going to summarize it, how it is going to perform. What are the basic operations? Input devices take the data from input devices, that is called as a keyboards, and convert into the machine level language. When we press any keys on the keyboard, it is converted into the binary and given to the memory. Now that data is again forwarded to the arithmetic and logic to process the data. After processing data by ALU, it is again transferred to the output devices, and that all the overall coordinations is controlled by the control units. So these are the basic functional units we can have. Now what are the different types of units we have? We can complete it with the help of one basic operation, that is called as a C equals to A plus B, and we have performed it. Thank you.